Yo, shout out to Base God right now, yo. I'm feeling like Maury Povich right now. Shout out to Base God, bro. Like, oh my God, this is a public service announcement for Naruto fans around the world, whether you either A, said, nah, I don't rock with Boruto, I'm done, or B, you've been into Boruto, maybe you fell off, or C, you know what I'm talking about with chapter 22 of Boruto. This is a public service announcement right now. This is a must-watch for Naruto fans because, my gosh, what we have going on right now in this manga. I gotta say, hands down, chapter 22, easily, by far, best chapter of Boruto, 100% hands down, best new stuff from this series since it started. Easily, when this comes to the anime, this is going to really explode, and a lot of people are going to be on the Boruto hype train. Like, I want to help you be on the hype train now before it really comes crashing in with the anime and stuff like that. Because right now, people don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they fell off with the anime, they fell off with the manga. People just, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta encourage you, bro, because there's some involvement with Pervy Sage, quite a bit, and I'm not even necessarily meaning maybe it could be the man himself, but it could not be, but a lot to talk about. So for starters, Boruto chapter 22, again, of course, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, amazing chapter. This was a defining chapter in Boruto's ninja career and Team 7, or the new Team 7's career as well, and everything, because not only did they successfully take out, an opponent and, accomplish a mission that was easily above the rank that it was supposed to be. I think this was supposed to be a C rank, and this turned out to be easily an A or above. With the KOJI mob involvement, that's easily S. Like, this is totally top of the line. So what Boruto and them did, taking out Ao in this chapter, absolutely this is gonna bump them up. Like, I don't know at this point if they're gonna continue saying like, yo, these are Genin. Like, look what they did. If they do that, then that's too much riding on the coattails of Naruto being a Genin all the way until the end of the series. You know what I'm saying? Give the dude his promotion. Give all of them their promotion for what they did. Give props to a certain degree to Konohamaru. I do gotta say, yo, Konohamaru, what you doing, dog? You lacking. Like, yeah, you took that L in the chapter to save your student, but bro, you gotta be on top of things, dog. Konohamaru, I'm looking at you right now. I mean, granted, Kakashi would have done the same thing. A lot of people would have done the same thing, and I guess it is more honorable. I'm just like, bro, I want to see Konohamaru put in work. I want to see Konohamaru get mad one day, bro. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see, like, some really passion and fire coming from his eyes, and he just grabs him over, and, like, he don't even do no jutsu or nothing. He just straight puts his chakra into his fist and start beating him up in his face. And like, yo, I'm explaining to you why I'm Konohamaru, okay? Why the Sarutobi name is still rocking heavy in these day and ages of the Boruto civilization. You feel me? I want to see some of that with Konohamaru because, yeah, he did a noble thing protecting his student, and it worked out in the end, but he got knocked unconscious during the mission, bro.
You got knocked the fuck out!
What? Like, I'm a little bit like, you need to chill out, bro. You need to solve things in a better manner, so to speak. But again, still props for what he did. And overall props to Team 7. Taking out Ao with all this ninja technology on top of that, the strategy that was used. A lot of people have given criticism to the Naruto series even towards the end. I'm talking about going towards like the 4th grade Shinobi War. A lot of people said the strategy was lost. The simple melee was lost. The shadow clones and everything, it was like kind of distorted and stuff like that. And this chapter showed something totally different. This chapter showed strategy. It showed technique. It showed a lot of elements. And I got to give props to the people that are writing this right now. They are now, I don't know if it was that they had their hands tied before, but now they're really cooking with some gas. And this was honestly better than even some stuff in the 4th grade Shinobi War. I'm gonna keep it 100%. Not the major stuff, but this was done strategically better than a lot of stuff. Like, this is on that level. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not overhyping it. I know I read a lot of this stuff, so when I could come in here and easily say lit, amazing, I know what I'm talking about. And this chapter did just that, them taking out Ao and all of the lessons around it. I loved how they kept using the screwdriver and stuff, because at the end of the day, we got to think about the screwdriver all goes back to his name is Bolt and stuff like that. It kind of all ties into this whole little thing of like Boruto's name and whatnot. And like the fact that Boruto showed him like, nah, I'm not gonna do it that way, does maybe you could argue, say, yo, you a little too much like your dad, bro. And even Ao said it. He's like, yo, you soft like your pops, dog. I should smack your pops for that, son. Like, imagine he said that. I would have been saying, he would have been like, yo, fine, I should smack your dad for this right now. Kill me or I'm smacking your dad. Like, That would have been insane. But no, that little exchange in the end after they took out Ao. And I mean, Ao was putting in work, bro. Like, he really gave them the hands. They was trying everything, and it took a lot of strategy. But this showcased that Boruto was a genius. You know, it's been said he's a genius, and we've seen him do a lot of dumb and immature things. The growth has been showcased very heavily in this chapter with Boruto using strategy. Boruto took the win in the end. It was all really in the end down to Boruto, and it wasn't in a corny way. It wasn't in the, like, honestly, this felt on that top tier writing. Like, you know, I've been feeling like I've been not necessarily shading Boruto. Obviously, I haven't given it as much attention lately or whatever. I've been focusing on other things, but it's stuff like this that is making me rethink things. Maybe Boruto does deserve a little bit more shine. Maybe I do deserve, or it does deserve me to cover it more, because if there's chapters like this where the writing is on that next level, I got to give it attention, and it deserves it, because again, chapter 22, it did just that. Now let's focus in on what a lot of people came here to dive into. The leader of Kara, KOJI Hashin, I can't remember his name, but it's KOJI something, okay? KOJI, you know what I'm saying? That's his name, more or less. And dude shows up at the end of the chapter and pretty much is about to annihilate things. I love how Ao went out in the end. Even he said it, you know, the big bad, he says, oh, so in the end, you really did want to go out like a true shinobi. You really did have that ingrained in you. So it was nice that Ao saved them one last time to do something as a shinobi, because it also showcased his internal struggles. It was a lot of it is Ao was bitter. You know, flat out, Ao is bitter about a lot of things. I think he was bitter of what happened to him in the war and how he had to fuse with, you know, machines and stuff like that. Maybe he was of the same mindset that Boruto was in the beginning of all of this technology thing, which it started off as something really corny, and it advanced and morphed into something like this, where it was like, okay, yeah, it was just a corny lesson of like, oh, don't be against technology. It shows what is done to this man's life. He probably wasn't all for the technology, but he had no choice because it saved his life. Over time, he grew to accept it and wanted to maybe fight himself and his ideals of who he was. Essentially, it was an internal struggle. Honestly, it was a great one at that, because it started off where it's like, I don't want this. Well, I'm forced to live with this, so I'm going to force these ideals and this new way of thinking onto myself. But at the end of the day, Ao, in his heart, who he was a real shinobi, and he did one final act. So it was cool, even though he got bodied in the end. So it's like, yeah, he lived, but they could kill him off, so why not? I think Ao's inclusion into Boruto has been magnificent. I started off saying he was kind of like a model, right? He gave me those vibes, but imagine if he was like that, and this guy is even more lit, like, yo, and this guy, I can't. Yo, I'm so excited. Dude, for starters, we already talked. He looks like Jiraiya a little bit. He got the gray hair, whatever. Not too extreme, and I like that. He got a helmet covering. Some people said that there was a symbol. I don't know if it was Photoshop or not, that had the same type of sign as Jiraiya. But then this chapter, bro, and I think they realized, I don't know if they're playing into the fandom or they knew what they were doing from the jump. He summons a toad, bro. He summoned a toad. Now, a lot of people are going crazy, honestly. I have seen people hitting me up like, yo, he summoned a toad. We already talking about the Jiraiya thing beforehand. If that's Jiraiya, I'm going to be very, very upset. I got to keep it real. If that is 100% Jiraiya, I am going to feel like somebody walked up to me and said, hey, man, you know what? Bam! And just smacked the dog shit out of me right now. You know why I'm going to feel like that? Because Jiraiya's death, I hold that in very high regard. The way it was written, the way it was done in the anime and manga, it was just phenomenal. I get teary-eyed every time I look at that and I see the scenes where he's like, man, you know, I never got the girl that I wanted, and you see Tsunade constantly turning him down and hitting him. I couldn't stop my best friend from going down this dark path no matter how hard I tried. And you see, you know, when Orochimaru was younger and stuff like that, and you just see he's recounting all his failures, but then he remembers the one win that he got was Naruto. You know, it was just so impactful. You destroyed that by bringing this man back and having him think, the world is horrible, I must destroy it. Oh, shoot, I'm gonna break something now. I'm not gonna break nothing on camera. No. Yo, I'm gonna be bad tight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be very, very disappointed. I'm gonna be disgusted. I'm gonna be like, Kishimoto senpai, how do you allow such fuckery in the manga? Like, what? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop at 5, please. Because no. What? No. Now, what would be amazing is if he's one of Jiraiya's love child or love children, I guess, out there. It'd be great because if you think about it, if they brought back Ao that was originally dead in Naruto and they brought him back and they had him killed again, so they're leaving things as is. If you think about it, Ao was assumed to be dead. He was, brought back to life essentially. Well, he wasn't brought back to life, but we find out he's alive in Boruto and he's dead again. If this could be like, let's just say one of Jiraiya's children that he didn't know he had, if he was really out there, around there, this could be Jiraiya's bastard child. Jiraiya always wanted family, so that would really tie in greatly. Totally fine. A relative to Jiraiya would be great. Honestly, I'm hoping that that's maybe his son that he didn't know he had. And then if the guy dies in the end, it's like, well, Jiraiya was assumed to not have children. Boruto showed that he did have one, but he died, so Jiraiya don't got any children that are alive anyway. So they could go that route. I'd be great with that. I'd love that. If it's Jiraiya himself, I would hate it. I would really, really hate it. And I think like, I would drop Boruto, and I've never dropped the manga. I've never said, yo, I'm done. I'm done that I love this much. But I would drop Boruto until maybe the end, and I'll just read what happens or whatever if that truly turns out to be Jiraiya. Unless there was some incredible, amazing story writing behind it, which I won't hold my breath on that one because that's too hard to pull off. Not Jiraiya. Don't touch Jiraiya. But yeah. Insane chapter, incredible chapter. I encourage Naruto readers around the world to at least read this chapter. If you don't want to catch up to Boruto, there's 22 chapters, they're monthly chapters or whatever. At least read this one. The defeat of Ao's sacrifice, or his last little use of his powers to save Boruto and them. And then of course the Toad summon and the little introduction and all that. Incredible to this villain that is possibly tied. I gotta ask you guys, is that Jiraiya's son? Is that Jiraiya? Is that Jiraiya's cousins, nephews, mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers? Like, who is he? What does he want from this era? What do you think about this chapter as a whole, wrapping up the fight against Ao? But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and everything else I have in the description that I can't remember right now. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.
That's how it be though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C though. Eyes watching but we never seem to be though. Even when stakes are high we never seem to meet yo. It's always please yo, never satisfied though. What the fuck I gotta do to get by though? No matter how much I seem to fucking try though. At times I really wanna motherfucking die yo.